What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here and welcome back to another video here to the channel. And today we're going to react to the draw of the Champions League quarterfinals. And I gotta say that being a Barcelona fan, my god, I'm so happy about it. Like, I respect Roma. They're a very good team. I like Roma. The players, oh my god, they're so good. Cengiz Under, the Undertaker, I was calling his name before he even moved to Roma. But now, I'm sorry guys, you're gonna get eliminated because I have faith in Barca. Come on Barca, you need to beat them, please. We got so many different things, it's so crazy, and my god, what a feeling to finally know the quarterfinal matches. In addition to this, guys, I want to make a little announcement. I want to say that from now on, every single Friday on this channel, we'll be taking a look at everything that you need to know for the Russia 2018 World Cup. We'll be taking a look at group previews, team profiles, player analysis, and so much more. So if you want to get all that info and so much more, you know what to do. Drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, turn the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. You get the deal, you know the drill, so let's get right to it. So we're gonna start off by discussing Barcelona versus AS Roma, and I gotta say that I'm happy about it because Barcelona I don't want to call it already because Champions League is Champions League. You already know it. Roma is a very strong team. They got very nice players. They got very crucial, influential players right at the moment, like Edin Dzeko. You got El Shaarawy, can do something out of nothing. Cengiz Under has been putting in performances week in and week out. That youngster from Turkey, so good. So I don't know, but come on, if Barcelona doesn't beat AS Roma, it's gonna be a massive failure and a massive disappointment for everybody out there. And I gotta say, it's gotta be definitely a one-way ticket for Barcelona to the semi-final. So after that, I gotta say that I'm just pleased, and for this result, being a Barcelona fan, definitely we haven't getting too many, you know, favorable draws in the last Champions League. We drew against Atletico Madrid, then also against Juventus, and then before that Atletico Madrid as well. We got PSG, and now getting AS Roma is, you know, just like a like a taste of fresh air. So we get to challenge another team and get hopefully a ticket to the semi-finals. I wouldn't underestimate Roma by any means, but certainly Barcelona is a level above Roma at this current moment. But certainly Roma can give you a good game, especially as we're playing the Camp Nou first and then going to the Olimpico in Italy. So that's going to be hard as well going away for that second leg. If Roma can get a very good result in the first leg, then I gotta say it's going to be very difficult for Barcelona in the second leg. So my prediction for this one is going to be that Barcelona will go through. And certainly this isn't any, you know, like in-depth predictions or anything. We're gonna be doing those as we get closer to these quarterfinals. But for now, just my initial reaction, I gotta say that I see Barcelona being the clear favorites in this one. Moving on, next we got Bayern Munich facing off against Sevilla. This is a very interesting match for Sevilla. Their first quarterfinals in a very long time, 60 years actually. They have never been in the quarterfinals when the name is Champions League. They've been in the European Cup before, and that was like 60 years ago. So very big test for Sevilla now facing off against Bayern Munich. And I gotta say that I cannot put an argument similar to AS Roma. I can say that Sevilla are a very tight team. They got very good fans, but I think that Sevilla are going to be just overrun by the sheer quality of a team like Bayern Munich. You got Lewandowski, James Rodriguez, Kingsley Coman, Arturo Vidal, Thiago, so many good players. Even in defense, you got Hummels, Boateng, Alaba, through the right, Kimmich, goalkeeper, Ulreich, even though he's like the world-class player, but he's a decent goalkeeper. So you got very you know, stellar players in every single position. But I think that the thing that's gonna be the biggest weakness for Sevilla now is that actually they're fighting for a spot in European competitions in the league. They're also fighting for the final of La Copa del Rey, and now they're facing off against Champions League. So a team like Sevilla to be battling in all three fronts, like basically Sevilla could win a treble. Let's say Sevilla could win a treble. So, but obviously it's not gonna happen. But hypothetically, Sevilla could win a treble by the end of the season. So for a team like Sevilla to be battling and playing in every single competition is a very big fee for a team like them. And if a team like Bayern Munich and even Juventus or Barca or Manchester City, it's hard enough, for a team like Sevilla it's going to be even harder because their squad is not as depth as the other teams like in European football. So I gotta say that for Sevilla, this may be their double-edged sword, because they can put and administrate the resources for every single competition, especially they're gonna do it for the first leg, as the second one is the Allianz Arena. I think that this is probably the most I know, my biggest argument to say that Bayern Munich will go through, because they're certainly going to finish Sevilla off at the Allianz Arena. However, I can also say that Sevilla have been turning up like in a stadium like Old Trafford, but a team like Bayern Munich are not gonna let you play as Manchester United let you have all the possession for that game. So I gotta be honest and gotta say that for me in this prediction, Bayern Munich are clear candidates. Next up, we got Real Madrid versus Juventus. I gotta say this is a very, very tight draw for Real Madrid and also for Juventus. Juventus, I don't know what to expect of them in this current season. Sometimes Juventus are just, you know, really, really good, as we saw against Tottenham, and then also putting performances like a 0-0 draw or even the 3-0 at Barcelona, the Camp Nou. So we don't know which Juventus is going to turn up, but something that I do know is that Juventus are coming in for blood, because as we know, they were the two finalists prior in the Champions League before, and especially Juventus now I think in a two-legged game, like playing both 180 minutes, I think that Juventus may edge Real Madrid, because if there's a defense that can stop someone to scoring goals, and that someone being Cristiano Ronaldo, it can be Juventus. Like, Juventus stop Neymar, Suarez and Messi. So if you can stop Messi, Suarez and Neymar, all three of them at the same time, I don't see why you can stop Ronaldo. But Ronaldo, we know he's just another beast in the Champions League. He's the best player in the Champions League by far. So we don't know. But so for Juventus, definitely I think that if they handle the games pretty well, I'm not sure exactly which team go first. I don't have that information right now. I think the Real Madrid go first, so it's gonna be first the game in the Bernabeu. So if Juventus can get an away goal, for instance, let's say perhaps draw 1-1 or even lose 2-0 or even win 1-0, it's going to be a very good result. Juventus should try and get that away goal, because that could be certainly a very big fee for Real Madrid later on. Because if Juventus then get another goal at home in the second leg, Real Madrid will be seen to open up a little bit more, and then people like Juan Cuadrado, Dybala, Bernardeschi can definitely, you know, hammer that Real Madrid team in the counter-attack, because they're going to open too much. And we've seen it time and time again with teams like Real Betis, with teams like Eibar, like teams with Levante, that really hurt Real Madrid in those certain situations. So I think that Juventus-Real Madrid is going to be very, very tight. And we don't know about Real Madrid. Real Madrid can go throughout can battle it out against every single team. There's no way I cannot see Real Madrid out of this competition, but I think that if there was one team that could knock out Real Madrid in this season, it was going to be Juventus. So I'm gonna stick to that decision, and I'm gonna go with Juventus winning this one. And finally, we got Manchester City versus Liverpool. We got an English derby playing it out for the quarterfinals for a spot in the semifinals of the Champions League. We got City versus Liverpool. And in a personal note, I'm very, very happy for this one, because I'm going to be traveling to the UK very, very soon. So I was kind of, oh, what are my chances? What are the chances that I could see a Champions League game? And there are pretty big chances, because now I can either go to City or Liverpool, either way, to go to either city and just watch a Champions League match. I was like worrying that perhaps City may get somebody like Bayern, and then they're gonna play in Germany, so there was no chance for me to watch a Champions League game in England. So now I got a clear 50. I got a 100% chance that I'm going to watch a Champions League match. So I'm gonna bring you that special video, hopefully sometime when the Champions League comes around. But for now, talking about football, I gotta say that this is a very, very difficult match for both teams. Like, we've seen City demolish Liverpool, but we've seen Liverpool also beat Manchester City. So it's quite interesting, this match. Jurgen Klopp is a manager who knows Guardiola very, very well. He's a manager that has challenged him many times, and his younger pressing, or whatever you wanna call him, I'm just gonna call it high pressure, really matches the one of Guardiola. And Liverpool are a team that is looking ever more like a Dortmund team, like Jurgen Klopp, the one who won the Bundesliga before, and that team was really good, especially in the Champions League. So I gotta say that this match could be very difficult for Manchester City. I don't know why. I just see City being even like super wonderful and being a huge team, but I could see Liverpool getting this one. I don't know why. I have that feeling that Liverpool could get it. However, both teams are very good in attack, very good midfields. Well, obviously the one for Manchester City is like 10 times better, because De Bruyne makes every midfield just look miles better than the other one. But it's really hard to call this one. It's really hard to call. They play first at Anfield, and then they play at the Etihad. So I don't know. I think that especially when you play teams of the same nation. That away goal always counts, but I don't think that the grounds, are as harsh as other places. Like for instance, Roma versus Shakhtar going to Ukraine is really difficult. But I don't think that this is gonna worry a lot on the players, because you play there like 2 times or 3 times or 4 times a year, so you already know the pitch and you're accustomed to it. So I don't think that matters too much. We could see any result really, and it's all about which team can score more goals and which team can be able to stop conceding goals, because we know Liverpool have a shaky defense. City, they got a good defense, it's also not the best. So it's going to be very interesting to see which team are going to be able to score more goals. The only good thing here, I gotta say that, is that we're going to get the goals. We're going to get goals. Like, we're going to see at least 8 goals. I'm telling you, like, at least 8 goals for sure. Like, Jurgen Klopp is not going to hold back. He's going to go all out. Manchester City, he's going to go all out. So it's going to be very interesting, like, to watch this match. And watching it live, it's just going to be 10 times better. So I'm really excited about this one. Manchester City definitely look like the best team on paper, but I'm gonna call an upset in this one. I'm gonna say that Liverpool could edge it here in this one, because if there is a match that Liverpool wanted, is Manchester City, because they know they can beat Manchester City. The only team to beat Manchester City, I think, in the Premier League was Liverpool. It currently is Liverpool, right? So Liverpool really wants this match. They wanted this draw and they got it, so it's now time for them to prove it, and I don't know why. I just don't know why, but I think Liverpool could win it. I don't know, perhaps it's just Mohamed Salah, or I don't know, or Firmino, Mane. They're so good just together, those front three, that I don't know. I think Liverpool is gonna give a hard time to City. City are just one of the best teams in Europe. Like, they're the best team in Europe, but I think Liverpool can edge it. So I'm gonna go with Liverpool in this one. So to wrap it all up, I'm gonna say the semi-finalists per se, if all draws go as planned, I think that between Barca and Roma, Barcelona is gonna go through. I think that between Bayern Munich and Sevilla, Bayern Munich is gonna go through. I think between Juventus and Real Madrid, Juventus, I don't know. It's too hard. It's too hard to go. But I want Juventus to go through. Like, I want Juventus to go through, but my head says Real Madrid. Come on, Real Madrid. But I want Juventus. So I'm going to say Juventus. And then between Liverpool and Manchester City as well, my head says Manchester City. They're the best team in Europe. Like, what are you thinking, Buga? They're the best team in Europe. They're like the best team in Europe. And my heart says, like, Liverpool can edge it. Liverpool can do it. So I'm going to say Liverpool. And yeah, I think that's going to be an upset. I think that Liverpool can actually complicate things to Manchester City. So it could be possible to see even Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Juventus, or Liverpool at the final for my initial impressions. Let's remember, these are my initial impressions. So don't get, all bitched up because I say something wrong. Certainly coming into this match, we will know more about how the teams are standing, and definitely my opinions may change. But these are my initial reactions. Like, my initial reactions are this. And I'm going to do, obviously, match day previews and all of that coming to this match much more in depth with stats and, all that jazz. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, please remember to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. You get the deal, you know the drill. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.